everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to make grilled cheese. Now, everything that we're going to be making is just the very basic, okay? So you can always customize it however you want it. Today I'm going to be using some honey wheat bread. If you prefer a different type of bread, use it. I'm going to be using some American cheese. You could always switch it out for some cheddar, pepper jack, Swiss, provolone, you name it, you can use it. You could always be adding some extra meats. I'm actually going to be adding some turkey pepperoni into mine. Today you could always add some slices of tomato. I've had some that it was like cheddar cheese with some Granny Smith apples, so a little tartness and crisp to it. There's so many different options out there for grilled cheese. There's whole food trucks that are just dedicated to a grilled cheese. So today you're going to need 2 slices of bread, a slice and a half of cheese, so I have 2 slices, the other half you can eat. You're going to need some butter, a knife, and also a frying pan. So to start off with, you will find the recipe in our folder, so depending on how many you are making. So what we are going to be doing is we are going to be coating one side of each of the bread with butter. Now, when we go to butter the bread, we don't want to just throw it right in the middle. Why? Because that's not really going to help us. The butter's role is to get us that nice golden brown color and also to help it prevent it from sticking to the pan. It's a fat. So that's going to start browning up and giving us that nice golden brown color. So we want to get a very thin layer of butter all around the bread. Be very gentle with the bread, especially if your butter is a little on the harder side. Okay, so we're going to get some butter. That looks good. So as you can see, it's just a very thin layer of butter, okay? And you're making sure that you're going the entire way to the crust. Now, we're gonna go over to the stove in just a little bit. But before we do that, I wanna talk about the frying pan. So my frying pan is a square. Our burners are a circle. So when you imagine, if you're drawing an imaginary circle right here in the middle, okay, that is your cooking area of where you're actually going to be cooking a grilled cheese. So depending on if you use a large burner or a small burner, if you're only using a small burner, it's only going to be cooking right here, okay? So if you're putting any of your sandwiches in the corners, it's not going to really cook evenly, okay? So you always want to try to keep everything as close to the center as possible, okay? So we are going to be taking all of this stuff and going over to the stove. So before we start cooking, I just want to go over a little bit about the stove. So I have an electric stove, so you will not see where there's an actual flame, okay? So I have 4 different size burners. Now, if I'm using a very large pan, I probably want to be using the large burner. Electric stoves, they take quite a lot of time to heat up, and they also take quite a lot of time to cool down. So never touch any of these burners, okay? It's not like we're a gas stove, you turn it off and it stops cooking, okay? So we have 4 little knobs, and over here I can actually see which burner I'm turning on. So this one is telling me I'm going to be turning on this one, which is what I want to. Now, if you have an electric stove or even a gas stove, you can't just turn these knobs forcefully. It will break it, okay? In order to turn these on, you want to push and then turn, okay? So that is how we want to be turning on our stove. Now, for this recipe, we're going to be putting our pan onto the large burner, okay? It tells you that you're going to be turning it on to, I believe, a level 8, okay, which is pretty high, but not actually on high, okay? So we're going to be turning that. We want to be putting our butter, okay, buttered side down, okay? So the butter never touches the cheese, okay? Again, we're going to use a slice and a half of cheese. And then we are going to put our other side of bread, buttered side up. So when we are doing this, we want to be using a metal turner. Okay, so this is a metal turner. Got to make sure it's a nice screen. Okay, so what we are going to do, in order to check, okay, the first side is going to take quite a bit of time. Okay, That is normal because the stove is heating up. So the color that we are going for on our actual grilled cheese is the color of the crust. That is the nice golden brown color that we are going for, okay? You don't want it where it's bright yellow and soggy, okay? Because nobody wants butter running down their arms eating a grilled cheese, okay? You also do not want to burn it, okay? If you are checking everything, you will not burn it, okay? You just got to be patient and you have to keep checking it. So in order to check it, we're going to use our metal turner. Now I'm just going to show you this and then at the beginning. We are going to poke it underneath one of the corners. You are physically going to be getting down at eye level and peeking underneath. You are not lifting the grilled cheese up in the air in order to check it, okay? You just get down at eye level and peek to see what color it is. Again, the first side might take between about 3 to 5 minutes, okay? So I'm actually going to pause my video right now while it continues cooking. So it is about ready to turn. So again, I'm going to just keep getting down. So this time I'm going to take my metal turner, okay, going the entire way underneath. Okay, we are going to flip it. Oh, I probably could have done a few more seconds. But you can see it is going to be a nice golden brown color. Now you can hear that sizzling, which we want to be turning down our temperature to like right around medium. 5.5 is what it tells you on. I don't have any numbers here, but in our classroom we actually did, okay? That is because now our burners are at a nice hot temperature and we don't want it to basically flash fry the bread almost, but keep the cheese cold. You want a nice ooey gooey melted cheese. That's what makes a good grilled cheese, okay? The second side is going to go much quicker, okay? So you want to just keep checking it. If anything, you can have 2 sandwiches on here at a time, okay? I wouldn't go more than 2 right now, okay? 2 is a good one, so we're just putting 2 side by side if your pan allows it. So again, you want to just keep making sure that you're checking it. And we're, again, trying to go for this nice golden brown crust color. That is the optimal grilled cheese color that you want, okay? Oh, see? My second side is already, look at how quick that side went, okay? So once we are done, we are going to turn off our stove, okay? And I'm going to move the pan to a cool burner so that way it can cool. Okay, we're going to put it onto a plate. And now I have a nice grilled cheese for lunch. Hope everyone enjoys making a grilled cheese and have a great day.